Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Alton West. Today I will have on guests from the LaGrange Downtown Development Authority, and also I have on a guest that will be joined by our Downtown LaGrange Development Authority Director of Marketing from the LaGrange Community Orchestra. So you want to make sure that you stay tuned for those interviews coming up in just a moment. Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have an array of guests here to talk about some upcoming events. I have first on from our Downtown LaGrange Development Authority, I have on the Marketing and Promotions Director, Barbie Watts. Welcome, Barbie.
Hey, thank you, Alton.
And I also have on, over on the end here, Mr. Lamar Doolin of Eagle 102.3, better known as Mr. Magic, right, along with his grandson, Shay Doolin, better known as Little Gizmo. I want to welcome all you all to the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I see that Mr. Magic's all decked out, and Little Gizmo is decked out in his red, white, and blue. So I guess we're coming up on our 4th of July Sweet Land of Liberty Parade and things of that nature.
Yes, we are.
We want to talk all about that in just a moment.
Okay.
I think Mr. Magic has some magic for us perhaps today as well.
Right. Hope to. And,
Hope to.
You know, we're getting all set for the 4th, so we've got a red, white, and blue magic.
Okay.
That we want to do for everybody.
We definitely want to make sure that we see that momentarily, okay?
Sure.
Well, Barbie, tell us a little bit. I know that you've been with the Downtown Development Authority now for a while. Talk about your role and how are you enjoying that?
Okay. It's my job to create events and bring people downtown, you know, so they'll get to enjoy our downtown, meet the merchants that we have downtown, and enjoy the restaurants that we have too. So I do that in a number of ways. During the summertime, we have free movies on the square. We usually have a concert of some sort or a musical component to that. Mm-hmm. And those typically are on a Friday night, first Friday of the month. And they start at 7 and end at 11. And of course, the music part is first because we can't show the movie until it gets dark. So the movies usually we start those about 9:20 or 9:30. Just depending on when it's dark enough to see. Okay. The next one that we're going to have is called our Red, White, and Blue Friday. It is going to be on June 28th. Okay. And we kick off the 4th of July festivities with that event. We're going to have the LaGrange Community Orchestra be our musical entertainment for that evening. Okay. They start at 7 and their program will last about an hour. And in case we have rain, since we've had a lot of rain this season,
right.
The First Baptist Church has agreed to let them do their musical performance at the church. So we will still carry on with the concert if we have rain. So because they've put a lot of practice into the event, and we want them to be able to perform for us. So, and then we will also have Mr. Magic doing his patriotic magic show. Okay. And Little Gizmo will be assisting him.
All right. Well,
and then Charlie Josephs will be sponsoring the hot dog eating contest.
So you got a number of things that will be taking place.
Oh, we have a lot of things going on that night.
I want to break it down there a little because you talked about a lot of things. I want to make sure that the orchestra will be starting at, you say about 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And then the movies will actually start about 9:20. And talk about, because this is something that we're trying to get the community to come out to and be a part of. What's the cost of this, Barbie?
Oh, this event is free to the public. It's sponsored by the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority. And it's free, open to the public. Everybody's welcome to come. And it's fun to see because we put out Adirondack chairs, but people also bring their own tailgate chairs and things like that, and blankets, and bring their families to enjoy the event and watch the movie.
Well, very good. And we wanted to make sure that people understand that it is permissible for them to bring their own chairs.
Oh, absolutely.
And I guess drinks, cold drinks, or there things.
Oh, picnic. I'd like to encourage them to get, eat downtown and then come to the movie. Okay. Come downtown. Watch the movie after they eat, or they can get a pizza from Mighty Joe's and bring it to the square and have a picnic.
There you go.
Just whatever they want to do.
Absolutely. So. All right. Well, let's talk to Mr. Magic here for a moment. And Mr. Magic, I know that you're the West Georgia News Director for Eagle 102.3. Talk a little bit about your role, and then we're going to jump into talking about some other things in a moment.
All right. Well, I've been in radio ever since graduation from high school. Never have done it. I'd say it's probably more part-time than full-time. Okay. But I've seemed like I've done it all my life in one way or the other.
Oh, okay. All right. How did you get started in magic? I'd ask that.
I always loved magic as a child. I saw my first magic show at the Old Southwest LaGrange School, which is now called Berta Weathersby. So from that, I just developed an interest in magic and ran across a magic shop in underground Atlanta one day and discovered you could actually buy magic.
Okay.
So that's what started it all, and that was way back in 1972, and I've been collecting magic and performing ever since.
All right, well, very good. And you're going to be on the square on the 28th as well, so the kids can come out and the adults can come out. And what are some of the types of things, and I know that you're passing it on to your grandson, little Gizmo, here as well. What are some of the types of magic that you perform?
Well, I like to call mine is mainly stage and parlor and club magic. It's divided up into several categories. There's close-up magic, which people do with cards and coins. I don't normally do any of that. I consider my magic probably family magic, family and children's magic, anything that's it's going to be good, clean, just good time magic.
Okay, well, very good, very good. And you know, I can remember seeing some magic tricks back when I was probably little Gizmos, and you know, you sit there and you're like, oh, how did they do that, you know? So we're definitely looking forward to your trick here in a moment. But I want to go back to Barbie for one moment. There's some other events that's coming up in the downtown area, and there's one that's going on now as we speak, or each Saturday. Talk about that one, Barbie.
Okay. That is our Market on Main. It's our local farmers market, and we have that every Saturday morning. It's in the Carmike Cinema parking lot at the corner of East Depot and Main Street. It's located right across the street from Loy's Office Supply, so it's easy to find. And every Saturday morning, we have about 29 vendors that show up, and they set up for that short amount of time. And we've got lots of good produce. I think the tomatoes will be coming in any day now.
That's right.
The blueberries are just about ready, and we've got lots of people that bake pies and cakes and breads and cookies and jams and jellies. I've got somebody that has local honey. There's just a wide variety of merchandise there, but it's all locally grown or locally produced.
Okay.
That means it's within Troup County or the county surrounding Troup County. So it's very fresh. A lot of those farmers will get up and pick the morning, to bring it to the market that morning or the night before. So it's great, and it's a lot of fun. So.
Absolutely. And that starts at what time again?
That's at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
It's every Saturday, and it'll run until October, about middle of October, when the crops play out. Then that's when the market's done.
Okay. With all the water we've been getting, rain that we've been getting, hopefully get some watermelons too, right?
Yeah, I bet we will.
Absolutely.
It's given the farmers a little bit of a slow start, and it's been a little cool too. So that's what, I guess normally they have tomatoes by now.
Absolutely.
But I think when they do come in, they're going to be fabulous.
Absolutely. All right. Well, look, I think we've held the audience at suspense for long enough. We want to ask Mr. Magic if he will just kind of show us some of the things that the kids and the adults can look forward to seeing on June the 28th there.
Okay, thanks, Alton. Of course, it being the time of the year, we're close to the 4th of July, and we all think red, white, and blue.
Right.
We're thinking red, yellow, and blue this morning, but it'll turn out red, white, and blue.
Okay.
I've got here a blue handkerchief, a red one, and a yellow one. Now, it was supposed to be white, but it doesn't matter. Okay. And I'm just going to ask Barbie, she'll help me out. If you'll just reach inside the bag here, this is an old offering bag, and just pull it inside out.
All right.
Show that there's nothing
in there. Okay.
Okay.
And turn it back
Push it
in.
back in,
And
okay.
just take the red handkerchief, place it down inside here, and the blue handkerchief. And the yellow that's supposed to be white handkerchief. And do you know any magic words by any chance?
Abracadabra.
All right.
Abracadabra.
Well, reach down inside the bag and pull out those handkerchiefs or whatever's in there then.
Okay. Woo! Look at that.
Red,
All
white,
right.
and blue, the
Red,
all-American
white, and
flag, and just to show.
Look at that.
So that's
Very
all there is
nice.
to it. Just a sampling. This will be, of course, a patriotic show. Everything's red, white, and blue connected
go.
with the downtown event. So
Well, very good.
come on down and see some others.
There you go. That's Mr. Magic. That will be down on the square on June the 28th, along with other things that will be taking place, the orchestra, the movie, and then, of course, there will be other events that will be held there later on in the week, too. So, Barbara, again, we want to talk a little bit about, as far as the downtown area is concerned, what are some of the things that you see coming perhaps pretty soon, hopefully?
Oh. Events.
Events-wise, that's right.
Okay, August 2nd, we'll have
Okay.
our other music and movie event on the square.
Okay.
Starts at 7 and runs till 11 o'clock. We will have a classic rock and roll band playing the beginning of that evening, and then as it gets dark enough for the movie, we'll be showing Thunderstruck.
Oh,
So it's a cute movie, kind of a basketball theme. Have you seen that one? No. So it's be good. So hopefully the kids will come and enjoy that.
okay, Thunderstruck, okay. And then again, come on out, you eat downtown, shop downtown, bring your cool if you want to, chairs and all those things are permissible, right?
Yes, of course.
And again, give them those 4 letters that they can't refuse. It's because it's all what? Free, right?
Absolutely,
Right?
yes.
Absolutely free.
Free
Okay.
fun in downtown LaGrange.
Okay. And let me ask you, Mr. Matt, you were telling, I want to just close out by talking, I was looking at one of your brochures here. You have one that says Magic with a Meaning. Talk a little bit about that for me.
This is kind of my latest development. It's I've done magic shows in churches, vacation Bible schools and all, but I came up with one to where I could include some inspirational messages to go along with the magic. You know, we've got the entertainment, but something that can really give the folks who are in a church atmosphere something to think about that's inspirational in nature. And it's turned out real well. And, you know, for any churches that might be interested in something along those lines, some magical entertainment along with some inspirational messages behind it, you know, this is just a program for them.
Oh.
And of course, little Gizmo, he'll be downtown too, helping us, and come down and meet him too.
All right then. And little Gizmo's your grandson,
Right.
And I think he was telling us before we came on, when he first saw your first trick, that got him interested, right?
Right, and he's 10 years old and not married yet.
He's not married yet.
So
Okay.
we're working on that.
There you go. All right. Well,
Quite a while.
He's got a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't rush it. Yeah.
Well, look, I want to thank you all very much for coming on the show today, Mr. Magic, you, Barbie, and of course, little Gizmo. And then we also want to mention that he's a student out at Long Canyon Elementary School,
Right.
correct? 10 years of age. So hopefully he can, some of his friends will see him on television today. All right. So thank you all very much for
Thank
coming
you for
on the
having
show
us.
today, okay?
Thank you, Alton.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment. Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm joined again by our Downtown Development Authority Director, Barbie Watts, and I'm also joined now with the Director of the LaGrange Community Orchestra, Mr. Neil Brumlow. Welcome, Neil, and Barbie, we just
Thank you.
are going to make it the Alton and Barbie show. How about
Okay,
that?
that sounds good to me.
All right. Well, look, I know that we just left off a moment ago. We had Mr. Magic along with Shay on, and we were talking about the June 28th event. Just kind of do a quick recap, if you
Okay.
don't mind, and we'll jump over and talk with Neil here in a moment.
Okay, this is an event, a community event, free and open to the public, the Red, White, and Blue Friday, and it's the Friday before the 4th of July. Well, it'll be held on the square in downtown LaGrange, and it starts at 7 and ends at 9. And we're going to open up the evening with a performance from the LaGrange Symphony Orchestra, and I think it's going to be about an hour-long program, right? Yes?
LaGrange Community.
I'm so
That's
sorry.
right. Oh, the LaGrange Community Orchestra.
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right. And so to open up at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
And then up until 9, I think you said the
Yes.
movie started a little bit after that
Yeah,
time. once
maybe
gets
it'll
a
start when
little
it gets dark.
Okay.
And the movie is October Sky.
October Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. So we're definitely hoping that everybody will come out and enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
And Neil, I know that we've had you on in the past. Talk a little bit about the LaGrange Community Orchestra for us, if you don't mind.
Well, about 4 years ago, the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority came to me and said we'd like a musical event to kick off the 4th of July week. And since music was my background, at the time I was director of the orchestra at First Baptist Church, but I had spent 17 years as a high school band and choral director.
Hey.
So they came and said, would you put a group together to provide a concert for us, a patriotic program? So I said, sure. So we started asking friends and people we knew that played to join us, and we started a group. So this is our 4th year now to play, and our group is made up of people from the community from the 9th grade through adults.
Oh, man.
We have a couple of members that are in their 70s, and the members are students who have either been in all district or all state bands in middle school and high school, all the way to college students and people with master's and doctorate degrees in music. So we have a wide range of ability level, but they're all excellent players at their level.
Well, very good, very good. So, my God, you said all district and also all state members are included in this band.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
Okay. All right, and that just speaks volume to. And these are volunteers. Is that-
Volunteers. Everybody gives their time freely. We have a lot of middle and high school band directors who join us to play,
Okay.
college players. So, yeah, a very widespread community effort, yeah.
You were talking before we came on, Neil, about how the orchestra has grown. I think you guys say you started out with 28. What's your number now?
yes, we started with somewhere between 25 and 28. I've forgotten the exact number. And this is our 4th season. And at last count, we had 57 members now. So we're growing steadily.
Well, good. What's your recruitment tool, I guess I should ask?
Word of mouth.
Okay.
I asked you to join, and you asked a friend to join, who asked a friend to join. So that's the way it works.
Well, very good. And I've heard that they do an outstanding job.
They
Barbara
do.
was telling a moment ago. And I mean, with the all-state and all-district and degree background in music, I'm sure it is phenomenal there. And that's going to be on June the 28th. Talk a little bit about some of the music that the individuals can hear or expect to hear when they come out, Neil.
Certainly. Well, it is a patriotic program, so naturally you'll hear Sousa marches and things of that nature. You can't do a patriotic program without playing Stars and Stripes Forever and America the Beautiful. So those will, of course, be on the program. But every year we try to do something with some Broadway music, since that's real Americana music. We also try to do some things with jazz or big band music. Again, another one of the strictly American styles. We have a great piece this year called Casey at the Bat, which is the old 1800s poem about mighty Casey at the Bat. And the music's played behind the poem being narrated by Tracy Riggs, who teaches theater at LaGrange College.
Oh, man.
So we have a wide range of music, but it's all Americana. Everybody will love it.
Well, very good. And again, I have to say this is a free event. The orchestra will be playing before the movie gets started, so people should come out and take full advantage of this. And you know, in talking about the involvement there, all state, all district, I think you're kind of all of the schools, the high schools, local high schools are represented in the band as well, correct?
That's correct. We have representatives from each of the 3 high schools, Callaway High, LaGrange High, and Troop High School. We have middle school directors and high school directors playing with us. We have the director of the percussion ensemble from LaGrange College, Ken Passmore, who is going to be playing with us along with one of his students.
Okay.
So yes, all the schools are represented.
Well, very good. You know, we were talking about, you know, this being started some years ago, about 4 years ago now that you guys got started. Talk about you all's involvement, Barbie, as far as the sponsorship and music purchase.
Okay. As part of the, I guess to keep the program fresh, we purchase new music for them, and they add some new pieces to their repertoire every year. So that's something that the DLDA does, and of course we organize the event and just bring all this out for the community to enjoy.
And you do a great job because, you know, I've seen the first Fridays and then of course the last year I remember having Neil on talking about the Red, White, and Blue event before the 4th of July. And talk about how that came about. I think there was a little bit of, I guess, shuffling of things. Talk about that a little bit if you don't mind.
Well,
Barbara.
when summer gets here, we always hold a First Friday event. You know, so the first one we've already had, first Friday in June. The first Friday in July happens to fall after the 4th, so we've decided that we'll do this program the first Friday before the 4th of July. So it actually is in June 28th, last Friday of the month.
Last
Friday. It's our movie and music event.
Okay, well, very good. And it's, again, it just kind of leads up into the 4th of July Sweet Land of Liberty Parade, which is so fitting, red, white, and blue there. And we were talking about the makeup of the band. I think we even have a city council person that might be a part of the band.
Yes, we do. We have a city councilman, if he doesn't mind me mentioning his name.
Okay.
Nick Woodston plays tuba with us and does a great job.
Okay,
Yeah, great.
very good. I often hear him when he comes into the office talking about, because I think he also plays for the church over.
He does.
And then there's another gentleman in the office that plays for the church there as well. So musically inclined individuals, give Neil a call. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. All right. Well, look, again, that's going to be, just give us a recap, Barbie, of things that will be taking place on the Square Dome June 28th, if you don't mind.
It's the Red, White, and Blue Friday event. We will lead off with the LaGrange Community Orchestra. Their program will begin at 7 and it will run almost an hour. And then we are also going to have a hot dog eating contest that's sponsored by Charlie Joseph's.
Okay.
And the way we do that is the first 10 people that sign up, we see how many hot dogs can be eaten in 10 minutes. And they get a plaque and some prizes. That was a lot of fun last year. We're adding an ice cream eating contest this year too, sponsored by Cakes by Debbie, because she sells ice cream now downtown, so it's a way to promote that. We're also holding our second annual Best Decorated Picnic Table Contest. And I guess I was inspired by Chastain Park, you know how people bring their tables and tablecloths and picnics and everything, and so we're giving some prizes for those too. We'll do one for the most patriotic tabletop design, and then one for the most original. So, and the merchants downtown have given us some nice prizes for that.
Okay, very good. Yes, sir.
If I may, I'd like to make one more point. In case of bad weather,
Yes.
we have gotten permission from the First Baptist Church to move the concert into the sanctuary of First Baptist Church, which is right off the square there anyway.
Okay.
So if the weather should turn bad, there will still be a patriotic concert. So they're welcome to come to the church and hear the music.
Well, very good, very good. And you're so glad that they have that rain plan in place. Hopefully we will get some good weather that day, though, hopefully.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Now, Barbie, as we get ready to close out, you were talking about prizes and things of that nature and the downtown vendors or downtown business that donated. If you happen to need it, could someone still donate at this point?
Oh, yes, yes.
Do you want to make a pitch for that, if you don't mind?
Any of the downtown merchants, if they want to give me a call if you have some prizes that you want to contribute. I've already gotten some nice things from Splash, and then we also give some downtown gift certificates, so whoever wins can spend those wherever they want to downtown at the restaurants or the retail shops.
All right, very good. And Neil, I wanted to ask, because I know there may be someone that may be musically inclined and may want to become a part of the orchestra, but they may when they practice and where do they practice and things like that. You want to just kind of mention those things?
Sure. Because the musicians are all such excellent musicians, we don't have to do as many rehearsals as some groups might. So for this event, we usually only have 4 rehearsals. We rehearse each Tuesday night, the 4 Tuesdays preceding the concert. So usually the 4 Tuesday nights in June. So it's not a lot of time to give up because the players are so good we don't have to. So if they're interested and would like to play next year, the simplest way would be for them to contact Barbie at the DLDA and she can pass it on to me.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. Hopefully there may be someone that's listening. And
We
want to
picked up a
become
few
part.
last year,
There
so
we go.
the same way.
Well, I guess as I was stating, I'm almost embarrassed to say that I started playing the piano when I was in college, but I wouldn't sit down at one today though because it would be too embarrassing. But I want to thank both of you all for coming on, and Barbie, you again for being on, and Neil for you coming on and talking about it, and the Red, White, and Blue event that's going to be taking place on June the 28th. So definitely community come out, support. We have a great community orchestra. We have great prizes, events, and things. Mr. Magic will be there along with Little Gizmo. So we want everybody to come out and take full advantage of this. So Neil, thank you for coming on again, and Barbara, I want to thank you for being on again.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed our interviews today. My guests have been from the LaGrange Downtown Development Authority, the Marketing and Promotions Director, Barbie Watts, as she came on with Lamar Doolin of Eagle 102.3, and also Little Gizmo, his grandson, as they talked about the upcoming event on June the 28th. So did you want make sure that you come out, enjoy the magic and the fun and the movies that they have in store for you. Also, we had on Mr. Neil Bromelo of the LaGrange Community Orchestra that will also be there on June the 28th as they present the Red, White, and Blue event along with a number of patriotic musical features. So definitely come on out, enjoy the food, fun, and family. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed those interviews, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.